What's up guys, NCG here, bringing to you guys a deck video for Crystal Beast. Now Crystal Beast got some amazing support in the latest set, Ancient Millennium Duelist Pack. I always forget the name, but it's something along those lines. In the form of 2 spells, and a fusion and a trap. And I'm going to be bringing to you my variant on the build. So Crystal Beast is something I used to play way back in the day. It's kind of like a rank 4 free toolbox deck. And so once I saw these new Crystal Beast cards, I thought I had to get these cards and upgrade a deck that I used to really enjoy and even compete in locals with. So with all that said and done, I'm going to give to you guys the rundown on my build that I'm playtesting and working out the kinks with. So, Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus at 3, starting with all the monsters. So 3 Pegasus, 3 Carbuncles, 2 Cobalt Eagles, 1 Topaz Tiger, 1 Amber Mammoth, 1 Amethyst Cat, 1 Emerald Tortoise, 1 Rainbow Dragon, 1 Haman, and 2 Effect Raiders. 16 monsters. Pegasus is all standard, like all the Crystal Beasts, we all should know what they do by now. But, just to say, the ratios of these 3. Pegasus you have to play at 3 because it searches everything. Carbuncle I'm testing out at 3 just because it is really important, so I kind of want to see it, but I don't want to brick with it at the same time, so I'm play testing it just to see how it goes. Might drop her down to 2. But the 2 Cobalt Eagles, because other than Pegasus and Carbuncle is probably the next best one, just because it gives you access to things like Lightning Chidori. I play one of all the others because I have the Rainbow Dragon with the Crystal Formation, so I can have access to that. And that's that. The Haman is also something I'm testing around with. As you can see, I'm figuring out which build boss monster I want to go for, whether it's Rainbow Dragon or Haman. I'm going towards Haman just because it's very easy to summon now, and can actually generate a lot more field presence and like punishment, pressure and all that kind of thing, especially with the Fallen Paradise. So I'm testing out just to see how it goes. And 2 Effect Raiders because it's a standard hand trap nowadays. You can up this up to 3 if you want to make this super competitive. And it's probably something I will play around with if I want to turn my build into a more locals competitive feel. So that's the monsters for the spells. 1 Fallen Paradise to combo with the Haman. Ancient Rainbow City Ancient Rainbow Ruins because it's the standard Crystal Beast field spell, and I play the 1 Terraforming just so I can get whichever one I need at the right time. Going on to the new cards, we have 3 Crystal Bonds and 3 Rainbow Bridge. Crystal Bonds, you can only activate it once per turn, but you can add 1 Crystal Beast from your deck to your hand and then place 1 onto the board. So you mostly always add Pegasus and you set another one. It's an amazing spell, what Crystal Beast needed. And the thing that also needed is Rainbow Bridge. And this isn't once per turn for some crazy reasons, but you can add 1 crystal spell trap from your deck to your hand. So you can add literally everything except like Rare Value and a few other cards, but you add all your important cards. It's just such a good consistency card. I played a 3 Crystal Beacon because it's probably one of the other best crystal spells in the deck. Bear in mind that pretty much all the crystal spells are really good. So Beacon, if you have 2 in your back row, you can summon 1 from your deck. Combos very well with Pegasus and Ruby. The 2 rare value is something I'm playing around with just to up the consistency in the deck. It's something I'm just trying to fix in playtesting. But if you have 2 in your back row, you can draw. Your opponent chooses 1 to destroy, and you draw a card. So, rare value is something I'm testing around with. 2 Promise because it acts like a monster reborn for Crystal Beast, special summon 1 from your back row, and Blessing places 2 from the graveyard to the back row. So, I'm also playing these around at 2 just to see which ones I need the most. For the traps, I've gone for some simple traps just because you need to literally use them, get rid of them to fill your board up with Crystal Beasts. But I picked really good ones. So, the new one, Ultimate Crystal Magic, is pretty much a fusion spell for the new Crystal God. You can send, if one of your beasts is destroyed by battle, you can send 7 from your deck with different names and fusion summon this guy from your extra deck. And if an ultimate crystal monster, so that's the Rainbow Dragon or Over Dragon, leaves the field by card effect, you can banish it and place any number of crystal beasts from your graveyard into your back row. So you can also set up your Haman, which is pretty cool. And then I've gone for the Solemn Brigade just because they're really good trap cards against everything at the moment. So that's the main deck. The extra deck is the obviously new Crystal Ultimate Overdragon. It either requires 7 Crystal Beasts or a tribute of a level 10 Ultimate Crystal Monster, in which case you don't use Poly. And once per turn you can banish a crystal from your graveyard, it gains that monster's attack, and then to the end phase, and then a quick effect, you can tribute this fusion summon card and shuffle all cards from the field into the deck. So it's a really good disruption card if you want to put it off. For links, the rest of the deck extra deck is very toolboxy. So for links, I've gone for the Bomber Dragon and the Borrowload, because there is a 2-card combo, Crystal Bonds and Beacon, which I'll go over quickly after. So these are just like generic good link fours, I think, for a deck like this. Decode Talker is actually pretty good in this deck because you can make it quite easily, and then you can fill the board with more Crystal Beasts, so you can bump him up, and then his destruction effect can also come with other beasts, putting them in the back row where you kind of want them. So Decode is really good. Proxy is just generic. Underclock Taker is also something that's really good in this deck because Crystal Beasts are quite naturally weak. So Underclock Taker being able to reduce monsters' attack points is pretty good. The rest of the extra deck is just literally rank 4, so the Utopia package, Lightning Shadori because we play Winds, Dark Rebellion to get over things, Babushka for stun, Castel for removal, and Heartland Draco for game because your Crystal Beasts act as continuous spells in the spell and trap zone. So that's the deck. The 2-card combo I'll quickly run over is literally you have Bonds and Beacon in your hand. So you play Bonds, you add Pegasus and set a, let's say, Topaz Tiger. You now summon Pegasus and set, let's say, Amber Mammoth. So now you have 2 in your back row and 1 in the monster zone. You now play Beacon to summon Ruby from your deck. Ruby summons the 2 from your back row. So now you have Pegasus, Ruby, Topaz and Mammoth. So now you can use all of those and either go into a Borrowload for literal stealing and that kind of thing. Bomber Dragon if you want to go down that route. But you can also go into something like Skull Dread, which is also actually pretty good in this deck. Because you did use 4 monsters of different names, so you can draw 4, put 3 back, special summon 1 from your hand, and all your monsters get a buff, which could also quite help with Crystal Beast. So that's something you can go down if you want to go down that, and if you got it. So guys, I hope you will enjoy this deck profile. I hope this gives you an idea for your decks and just overall helps you, because that's always what I want to aim to do with my deck profiles, whether you build them exactly as I've built them, or you use it as like a template for your own builds and your own play styles. So, and if you have any ideas, post them down in the comments below. I always like to see them, as I always do. And as you always do guys, just keep liking and subscribing, as we always like you to do. And until next time guys, I'll see you in the next video.